the 6 pillars of accelerated entrepreneurship. Let me orientate you a bit. Firstly, these 6 can be reclustered into 3 foundational clusters. The first 2, the second 2, and then the last 2. And they all begin with the letter M. The first 2 M's are mission and your mindset. This is talked a lot about in business circles, but seldom implemented because it's so abstract. What mission? I just want to make money. I want to do my business. Or maybe I have some passion. And what mindset? I believe can do. I'm motivated, but only motivated for a while. Of course, when things go well, when you get your first transaction, you feel positive, optimistic. But we all know entrepreneurship doesn't last like that. Doesn't feed on just mere motivation alone. It requires a whole lot of discipline and tenacity, and that has got to do with your mindset. I call this piece your entrepreneur psychology. So let's take a look at about mission first. What in the world is mission? Obviously, you need a mission statement, what you hope to bring forth to the table, to the marketplace in terms of products and services. But when I say mission, I mean a higher calling and purpose. Because if you're doing it just for the money, it's going to be very short-lived. So what if you get the money and then what's next? Frankly, it's not compelling enough. So you need a higher purpose, a higher calling to that. And so when I say mission, how are you aligned to your big why? Why are you doing this? And it's got to do with other people. It's never got to do with yourself. And one of the best ways to talk about this and to align yourself, your business to the mission is digital decade of social impact. 2020 to 2030 is a decade where by the end of 2030, we are going to review the UN 17 Sustainable Goals. How are you aligned to this? And that makes the world a better place because it makes your product more human, more authentic, and also more socially responsible. That's something I always encourage people. I've got metrics and profiling tools to help you discover your purpose. Let's talk about number 2, mindset. And when we talk about mindset, we're really talking about the entrepreneur mindset. There are a couple of categories of that entrepreneur mindset. Firstly, you need to be very positive because you cannot spend your mind focusing on what might go wrong. And it's important to be cautious, but if that prevents you from taking the right calculated risk, you're never ever going to step out of a comfort zone. The other thing is an investment mindset. So you are spending money, you're not just pulling back money, investing money on the right things because an investment always produces ROI. So you're calculating not just short-term gains, but long-term as well. So to last long in your business, your psychology needs to be tweaked so that you can develop resilience and you push through and step out of your ordinary beyond mediocrity. Second and third M are these. The second M is a mix, as a model, your business model. So the modeling part is really important. I know many of you, especially the business people that I talk to, they already have their models sorted out. But then because of the crisis and moving into the new endemic phase, their business model needs to change somewhat. And that lines up with the strategies that they're going to take, which are the methods, the methodology as well. Number 4 will be their market. So these two hand in hand provides the foundation of what we call the entrepreneur strategy. Your stratagem is important to understand how to leverage and pivot on this new landscape. So let's talk about models. What kind of models do you have? Previous models would include, let's say, if you're B2B, you're serving organizations and clients, etc. Do you know that during this time, because the money has flowed into the middle portion, there's lots of money to be made from B2C. For example, I come from the training market. Some trainers stubbornly hold on to the B2B, waiting for the new normal to open up so that they can go back to companies and corporates to do corporate training. And I say the B2C market has the skills future, right? They have the grants, they have the WSQ frame, those kind of things. So there are new pockets, and therefore your model needs to shift a little bit. Some of us need to go upstream to go to do B2G because government, they have a lot of contracts, tenders to be had. Some of us need to have mixed model so that you can have a mix of what kind of methodology, what kind of value are you creating. So value creation models are really important as well. I use the modified adapted blue ocean strategies, the PQQA models. So these are strategies that you need to employ. I'm moving to the 4th M. Market has got to do with identifying not just demographics. Okay, so let me break it down for you, the 3 types of graphics you need to have in terms of building up a optimal customer avatar. If you're doing digital marketing, you need to understand your customer habits, behavior, etc. Previously, all that was required was just the demographics, the age, the education, the language, the background, the family, etc. But these days, you need psychographic. Demographics are the hard facts, and then the psychographics are the soft psychological information, their behaviors, their belief systems, the values. You've got to peer and step into the mind of your ideal customer. What is he thinking? How is he responding? And what does he make out of this whole COVID? We use Maslow's hierarchy to kind of measure what level is he at. Is he at survival needs? Because you don't sell me that watch anymore or whatever, because luxury items are out out of his scope or of his radar, right? So there are many things and many ways that you need to employ to look into the psychology of your customer. So the first step for us is psychology of the entrepreneur, but the other is to read and understand the psychology of the customer. But that's not enough, because that's just the second metrics that we use. So the first one is demographic, second one is psychographic, but the third one is telegraphic. And when we talk about telegraphics, it's borrowed from an athletic term or boxing, where you look at certain cues of the anticipated behavior of your opponent, or in this case, our customer. What is his next step? How is he most likely going to take the next future step of action or buying behavior? We talk about consumer behavior that you will posture your business and your product services to. So I give you 6 months. Our Prime Minister says 6 months for the new norm. What is he most likely going to do? Yes, BTL all open up. They're going to travel. So travel industry, if you look at Changi, if you look at our carrier, Singapore Airlines, they are already starting to telegraph their customers. The ads that they are pumping in right now, not cheap, guys, not cheap. It's already geared towards the next 6 months and onwards. So how are you providing that? You shouldn't be in a posture of reaction, but proactively telegraphing to what your ideal customer will most likely do in anticipation in the next 6 to 1 year. Okay, so these come under the strategy column. Now, the last column will be the mechanics and the momentum. We call this systems and processes. A lot of us, maybe because as businesses, there's a whole menu and wide variety of services out there that we can tap on, or we can contract services, accounts, accounting softwares, all these systems, administrative systems, even digital services. We forgot that we have to own some of these systems and build our own internal systems as well. So the mechanics of it helps to automate your processes, and that gives you time freedom and talent freedom for you to focus on what really matters in your business, so that you're postured for the last M, which is momentum. A lot of businesses these days are wait and see. I don't blame, because things are so uncertain and unpredictable, right? But the wait and see simply adopts a mindset of maintenance orientation when we should be at a growth orientation. So yes, it is a mindset, but then you need the strategies and you need the systems to help you launch. And you got to launch fast to build momentum with the end in mind, following the 5 stages. Don't get stuck in just one of these stages.